We're going to do a long overdue dive into Stellar's XLM's price action and its upcoming potential moves here. So, what I'm seeing for Stellar, the wonders about technical analysis is that it works. Okay. I've been trading with technical analysis almost purely with technical analysis for the past over 5+ years, have gotten myself quite a bit of edge on this market. Okay. Made some money in the last bull run. Gonna make a lot more money in this next bull run here, in this bull run that we're in right now. Okay. Because I have been thinking about how to improve and how to replay that bull cycle. Okay. And a lot of it has to do with technical analysis. And it works. And how can you guys tell that it works? It's because I've been charting these charts for you guys. And if you guys actually refer back to my previous videos on Stellar or on any other coins, a lot of these patterns have stayed intact. Okay. Let's talk about Stellar here. This is the weekly time frame. I talked about Stellar breaking out of this falling wedge pattern, which is a pattern you should definitely learn how to chart because it's probably the most common pattern and it gives you a huge edge on this market. What it does is that it tells you after an extensive downtrend on that time frame that the price action is likely, it has a higher chance of breaking to the upside. In this case, it did, as you guys can see, back in the week of May 5th. The price target here would be about almost 60 cents. This breakout is still valid. Okay, this price target is still valid. Taking some time to play out. This is the weekly time frame. Each candle here is a week. Okay, so just gotta have some patience in this case. All right, and this broken out back in May, and it hasn't done too much before getting another big pump here. Has formed another falling wedge pattern, right? And broke out of this falling wedge pattern this week, actually. As you guys can see, we have a solid candle close, and we have about 7 more hours left on this weekly candle close. So if we get a candle close above this pattern here, that tells me this is a valid breakout, and the price target is going to be about 54 cents Stellar. So let's see if Stellar can hit this price target before the next one. Now, XLM is a bigger altcoin. It has by market cap, so it's going to be harder to move than a lot of these smaller cap altcoins. But this is still a pretty good move here for XLM. Now, a lot of this is going to depend on what happens with Bitcoin. I did a more detailed video on Bitcoin earlier today. It is in a very critical condition right now. Okay, the next Bitcoin move is going to decide a lot of things for these altcoins, because it is still in a bearish pattern. However, if Bitcoin manages to break out of this bearish pattern, that's going to be very good for these altcoins. Okay, I did a more detailed video on Bitcoin earlier today. I will link you guys at the end of this video. I am long on Bitcoin. I am long on quite a bit of the altcoins here. So my opinions on this market is bullish. However, like the entirety of this video, these are just my opinions and not financial advice. You have to form your own opinions and your strategies. Now, this is basically what I'm seeing for Stellar. Let's take a look into a smaller time frame here. Get a little bit more clarity. So, daily time frame, you guys can see that Stellar has broken back above its daily moving averages. Okay, a much more clear breakout here. So let's see if Stellar can actually meet this price target, because price targets are estimates only. There could be more, there could be less. Always have to mind the downside risk of breakouts, of price action not meeting its price targets, right? We're all talking about just probabilities here. So that's basically it for a very short update for Stellar. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing any more of XLM or any other coins in this market by dropping a like, comment, subscribe. I'll do a request for you guys on a daily basis. I'll see you in the next one.